New day, new poll, and this latest one shows no post-convention bump for Donald Trump. This is a live look this morning at Philadelphia, where, of course, the Democratic National Convention is going on this week, 1 week after the Republican convention in Cleveland. Now, the NBC News Survey Monkey poll was released this morning, and it shows in a head-to-head matchup, Hillary Clinton still leads Trump by a point, 46 to 45%. Trump, however, now leads Clinton by 2 points in a four-way race when you include the Libertarian and Green Party candidate. A very good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for waking up with the Valley today. I'm Kyle Bosch. Lisa Bedeau has the morning off. We're just getting started with nonstop news and weather all the way up to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. And we start with some breaking news we're following overseas for you this morning. French authorities say a hostage that was killed in an attack on a Catholic church in Normandy, France early today was a priest. Police have killed the 2 attackers who took hostages at that church. An official said the identities of the attackers and a motive for the attack does remain unclear this morning. The incident all comes as France is under high alert after an attack in Nice that killed 84 people, and there was a string of course, deadly attacks throughout the year, all claimed by ISIS. 6:51 now, and in our election 2016 coverage this morning, Hillary Clinton is set to make history today as she becomes the first female presidential nominee of a major party. Tonight's roll call vote comes after a rocky first day of the Democratic National Convention. Bernie Sanders supporters repeatedly booed and interrupted the day's events. Some say they'll never vote for Clinton. Sanders himself took the stage last night and urged backers to help beat Donald Trump in November. He also praised Clinton's qualifications for the job.
By these measures, any objective observer will conclude that based on her ideas and her leadership, Hillary Clinton must become the next president of the United States.
First Lady Michelle Obama, New Jersey Senator Cory Booker, and others also made pleas for party unity last night. Former President Bill Clinton is set to headline the speakers on day 2 of the DNC tonight. Meanwhile, Donald Trump is set to campaign in the battleground states of North Carolina and Florida today. He starts the day in Charlotte at a Veterans of Foreign Wars National Convention, then heads to Tampa for a fundraiser. While he was out on the campaign trail yesterday, Trump has been a little bit focused on the recent leak of Democratic National Committee emails that appear to show the DNC favored Clinton over Sanders. He sent several tweets about that and the opening of the DNC yesterday. Time to get a look at weather and traffic now, and we start with meteorologist Lee.
Looking at really gorgeous weather to start off. Here's this rainbow was sent in to us from the Dilworth area. Patrick Leach took this photo and uploaded it to our site this morning. And it was still an incredible view out there. Heavy rain down to the southern end of I-94 with the sunshine up to the north. 69 degrees currently in Fargo. Dew point is 62. Wind out of the southwest at 8 miles per hour. And in Moorhead, the temperature is 68 degrees. Here's a zoomed in view of the Fargo-Moorhead Metro. We've got heaviest rain along I-94 and south from there, stretching down toward the Frontier area and Oxbow as well. That's going to continue passing over the Red River into parts of Clay County. There are also some cells to the west and northwest of the metro as well that'll be moving eastward. Heavy rain continues east of the Clay County area, now pushing into Detroit Lakes and that Lake Sally, Lake Melissa area getting hit hard right now by some lightning and some heavy rain and maybe even some small hail. That's the potential for the most dangerous part of the storm. Of course, lightning, never a good thing to get caught out in as well. Out west toward Edgeley, some thunderstorm activity going on there as well. There is one severe thunderstorm off to the southwest of the Ellendale area, not in our viewing area, but we could be seeing some hail with that one. So just to be aware that there may be some other places that do produce severe hail within these storms in the Southern Valley. Different story up north, much quieter there. 65 degrees in Grand Forks, at 69 in Fargo. Some places still in the 70s at 72 degrees in Detroit Lakes. Now, with that boundary that we have in the Southern Valley that these storms are firing on, we'll see off and on chances for some stormy activity today through the metro. Temperatures into the 80s for highs, and some places maybe even the 70s where we're stuck under the clouds longer. Let's check in now with Al for a traffic update.
Lisa, I'm eastbound on Interstate 94, just approaching 42nd Street. A little bit of shower activity out here, though, but not really very much. Still seeing quite a bit of lightning, though. Like you said, that's something to keep tabs on. And definitely headlights on morning as well. Traffic this morning really starting to thicken up. Westbound I-94 pretty darn busy. Eastbound I-94 pretty darn busy. I-29 traffic, particularly northbound, a lot of activity out there as well. One of those mornings to drive extra carefully. That's Radar and Sheriff. Willamette Valley today traffic.
6:55 now, and we've got a developing story that we're following for you this morning. Updates on that story we first told you about yesterday on the Valley Today. We're learning more about the victims of a deadly nightclub shooting yesterday in Florida. 18-year-old Stefan Strotter and 14-year-old Sean Achilles were killed when a gunman opened fire on a teen night at a club in Fort Myers. At least 14 others were hurt in the attack. 3 people are in custody for their alleged involvement in the shooting. Police say the attack is not linked to terrorism. Overseas, people in Japan are in mourning following the nation's worst mass murder since World War II. A 26-year-old man turned himself in after stabbing more than a dozen people to death at a home for the mentally disabled outside Tokyo. Officials say the suspect once worked at that facility. In our consumer alert this morning, the experts are urging Apple users to upgrade the operating system of their iPhones and Macs after learning that hackers could take over your device. The breach involves a photo that can get on your device through a website, email, or text message. All the hacker needs to know is your phone number. Now, for information on how to protect yourself and change your settings, you can head to our website, valleynewslive.com, and click on this story. It might seem like a bit of an outdated notion, but both Fargo and Moorhead have curfews for kids. The magic hour is 11 p.m., and if teens 16 or younger are out past that, they are technically breaking the law. The curfew has become an issue in recent weeks because police say juveniles have been in the middle of a rash of crimes happening overnight. There were kids questioned in a car prowler situation in the Prairiewood neighborhood and several arrested in North Fargo after some car break-ins. Then just this weekend, 2 fake guns were found on 2 teens after police were called to the skate park near Dyke West. Well, Carson Wentz is beginning his NFL career surrounded by controversy, which is certainly nothing new on the sports scene in Philadelphia. Training camp has opened up, and many Eagles fans are wondering why the 2nd overall pick in this year's draft, I should say, hasn't been named the starting quarterback. Well, Valley News Live sports director Beth Houle, of course, is in Philly this week covering Carson, and she caught up with Wentz yesterday. He says there's no QB controversy. He just wants to do whatever he can to help the team.
And I'm just out here every day, we got a long camp ahead of us. We got a lot of work to put in, and the biggest thing I'm focused on is just helping this team get better and getting myself better, and I can guarantee that whenever my number's called, I'll be ready.
Well, of course, Beth will be bringing us more from Philadelphia throughout the week as the Eagles and Wentz get ready for the season that is fast approaching. Well, dive under the sea for a musical the whole family can enjoy. The Valley Today's Kristi Larson has been joining us all morning from South Moorhead and the Bluestem Amphitheater with more on the last week of performances of the Trollwood musical this year, Disney's The Little Mermaid. Hi, Kristi.
Yes. Good morning, Kyle. I'm here with the executive director, Kathy Anderson, and this is going to be a great production for people to see last week that they can come and see it. Why should they come out?
There is something for everyone in this show. It's for all ages. It's a great experience coming out and having a show under the stars and enjoy the beautiful amphitheater and these talented students.
And this is a really colorful musical as well, because you guys have a lot of production where they're wearing these fish costumes and octopus costumes. So much to see.
So much to see. It is beautiful, and it's worth it just coming to see that.
And so many talented people here as well. As you can see, we have Ariel up this morning. So many great things to come and do out here. Don't forget, it's Tuesday through Saturday to come out and see their performance.
It's a summer tradition here in the Valley and a great one to take part in. Kristi Larson reporting live for us this morning. Thanks, Kristi. All right, let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. The average person gets 17 of these a year. Most of them come in the summer here. The answer is bug bites, and maybe picking up a few of the mosquitoes are definitely back after our rain last week. That is our time this morning on the Valley Today. Got more local news and weather coming up in 25 minutes. Have a great Tuesday, everybody. We will see you tomorrow morning.